and the fight against fentanyl. Here's the story.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says he's confident the Supreme Court will uphold President Trump's tariffs. Bessent told Reuters Monday he's finalizing a legal brief for the U.S. Solicitor General, underscoring the urgency of the tariffs. The Solicitor General will oversee the government's appeal to the Supreme Court. The move comes after a divided appeals court ruled Friday that most of the tariffs are illegal, but allowed them to remain in place until October 14th while the case advances. Bessent says the tariffs are justified under emergency powers, citing both rising trade deficits and the fentanyl crisis linked to about 70,000 American deaths each year. White House trade advisor Peter Navarro issued a stark warning on Monday, saying the fate of the United States rests in the court's hands.
This case is arguably the single most important economic case that has ever come before the Supreme Court.
He said if the lower court's ruling is upheld, it will be impossible for America to defend itself from fentanyl poisoning and what he called the hollowing out of supply chains.
By the end of the day, we'll lose another couple of hundred Americans. It's over 1 million since the fentanyl war against America started. And if that's not a national emergency, I don't know what is.
Secretary Bessent told Reuters the brief would be submitted Tuesday or Wednesday. He said it would focus on the idea that U.S. trade deficits were reaching a tipping point that could lead to far greater consequences. At the same time, Bessent said the administration is considering the declaration of a national housing emergency over high costs. That could mean tariff exemptions on key building materials to help lower construction costs. Bessent also spoke to Reuters about Trump's firing of Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. He said that Cook should be removed or step down if the allegations against her are true, and noted that she had not denied them. Trump fired Cook last week after the new head of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, William Poulter, accused her of mortgage fraud. Cook is suing the Trump administration, saying Trump did not have the legal authority to remove her.
India's trade minister says his country is looking for a deal with the U.S. His comments come after Washington doubled the tariffs on goods from India in response to New Delhi's continued imports of Russian oil. A punitive 25% tariff adds to President Donald Trump's prior 25% duty on products from India. Total duties as high as 50% will hit garments, jewelry, footwear, sporting goods, among other imports. The tariff is among the highest imposed by the U.S., similar to tariffs applied to Brazil and China. U.S.-India trade totaled $129 billion in 2024. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi